Sport Industry TV was at Bloomberg for the Nolan Partners Sport Industry Breakfast Club, where Barney Francis, Managing Director of Sky Sports, discussed, amongst other things, the time frame required to secure the TV rights for Formula One and the ongoing threat of illegal online streaming.
Formula One was obviously huge. It's something you've been very keen on for a long time.
Yeah.
Bernie Ecclestone for a long time has insisted it has to be on free-to-air TV.
Yeah.
What changed, do you think, and what do you make of the reaction to the news that you'd done that deal in conjunction with the BBC? Because the backlash was less muted than it was over cricket, for example.
Look, Formula One, yes, you're right, it's something that we're interested in. It was presented to us as an opportunity in the summer. We had a very short time span to get involved, and I think we use great agility, which is sort of part of our again part of our business's DNA, to move and to be able to secure those rights.
How quick was it? I mean, it seemed to be done very
couple of days.
Right.
Yeah, a couple of days. So it was another fascinating time in our history. I think for the Formula One fan, there was an initial outcry, of course. I think it's more muted now than back in 2005 when we secured the ECB deal, because I think people actually are starting to appreciate what we can do.
Yeah.
I think that the important thing there was a good line has been drawn, because the dark cloud of match fixing and spot betting has been suggested for many, many years. And here we had a very clear-cut case, very evident on television. I was actually there that day at Lord's and witnessing what I thought was two outstanding performances from Broad and Trott. But talking to a few of the commentators afterwards, they were saying, God, these no balls were incredible. Obviously then it merged with the News of the World sting. And seeing the events unfold yesterday, I was sort of reminded of the haunting words of Nasser on the Sunday morning on our show, saying his first reaction on seeing the News of the World was, please don't have corrupted the young lad. Here was a young player who'd been dragged into this match fixing or this spot betting scandal, and he was the outstanding player of that series for Pakistan. And Nasser's words, "Please don't let it be the young lad," just sort of will live long in the memory. I had one of the promoters in my office last week, and he said, "You've fallen out of love with boxing, haven't you?" Because I've always been a boxing fan since a boy. And I said, "It's absolutely irrelevant whether I've fallen out of love with it or not. If the viewers want it, if our customers want it, we'll provide boxing."
Right.
Boxing's in a difficult position at the moment because people want to see the best fighters fight the best fighters. We could build you into an unbeaten fighter after 30 fights. You got a 0 in the loss column. Believe me, we probably could. We'd find somebody. You might have to fight them 30 times, but we'd find somebody. And we could build you into that. But people don't really care for that anymore. They want to see the best fighters fighting the best fighters. Sure. So people have got fed up. But I think what you'll see now is, a year ago, I think when we spoke about this, we were the only broadcaster showing any boxing. There are now 3 other channels showing boxing. Sure. I think it's true to say that obviously we've shelved pay-per-view boxing for the time being, because a couple of bad experiences we had, general dissatisfaction with the Hay versus Harrison fight. Yeah.
And then the Khan.
And then, there was a Khan issue, but then Hay versus Klitschko as well. It's not a great time to go to the market and go to the public and ask for more investment for pay-per-view boxing. It's an increasing threat, and we work, again in that spirit of partnership that we talk about. We work with governing bodies to try and close down, because ultimately there's a potential issue as to the value of those rights going forward. So it's important for us all to work together to try and eradicate.
How big a threat do you think it is, though?
Well, it's a big threat today, and it was a big threat last year, and it'll be a big threat next year.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I'd stand on the rooftop at our building, so it's the most important thing in the world. Yeah. But sport still remains at the actually heart of Sky's business. But we wouldn't be the right business if we weren't broadening our horizons, whether it be getting involved in broadband or in commissioning UK content for our entertainment channels. But sport remains absolutely at the heart of everything we do. We're aware of the influence we can have on sport. We use a an old term, if you like, inspiration to participation. We're aware that we can use all the architecture we have, whether it be on screen, whether it be promotion, to encourage people to participate. So it's absolutely more than CSR. It's showing how we can inspire people. We don't have the Olympics, we don't have the European Championships. But as far as the Olympics is concerned, we hope people will be engaged again in 3 different ways. We'll, through our platform, they'll be watching BBC in HD, hopefully through our platform, where it will be crystal clear. And we'll also offer that 3D capacity to the BBC as well, should they choose to use it. We'll be there. We've built a studio, or we've got the planning to build a studio at the Olympic Park. And Sports News and Sky News will be there doing these regular bulletins. And thirdly, we just hope that it's going to, again, inspire people to participate more. 1980, when Co and Ovet were chasing each other around, as soon as they finished, me and my brother were running around the block, right? Couldn't tell you who was Co and who was Ovet. I felt more like the shot putter. But we're aware of the power that the Olympics can have on sport. So if it's good for sport, then it's going to be good for us all in this room.
And 3D, is that going to fly? You mentioned 3D. Is that
3D,
is that a gimmick, or is it here to stay?
No. We're right behind 3D. We're in 150,000 households. We've done 10 different sports. We've done 150 different sports events. We're leading the world globally, and what we're trying to do is stimulate interest across the genres.